Janie, give me a text when we go live.
You're already live.
Already live. Well, welcome to the Monday message. It is 1 o'clock. Yeah, sorry about that. We had to go with a little bit of a backup plan today because of the weather here. We had sub freezing temperatures, icy roads, so everybody's working remotely today. They're not at the office, so had to do a backup plan here. But that's what we do. We adapt, we overcome, and certainly want to be productive. Don't want to put anybody at risk unnecessarily. So that's why we went with this plan. But so excited to chat with everybody today. We got so many crazy things going on. Mimi's got crazy stuff going on. We got crazy stuff going on in new wit that is like crazy. So we got so many good things going on. And what we want to do is get good stuff going on in your business. That's why we're doing this call today. We're going to share what's working for Mimi. We're going to talk a little bit about setting expectations, and we're gonna give you the stuff that's working in other people's organizations so that you can have a fast growing organizations. There are zero reasons to not be growing fast right now. Zero reasons to not be growing fast. So we're going to share that good stuff. We got Mimi coming on a little bit. But let's get to our leaderboards from the week that was. All right, so we're talking producers over 1,000. We got Ricky, David, Chauncey, Sean, Mark, Matthew, Ariel, Josie. That's Josue, I believe. Yeah, Josue, Dennis, John, Jude, Sabrina. We got Tom Payne there. We got Jeff, Taylor. We got Sean. We got Noah, Darla, Cleo, we got Mike Guerra, Aaron Wilson, we got Barrett, we got Philip Small there. We're killing awesome, man. I slid in some applications around our travel last week. Sydney, way to go, Sydney, coming back on strong. Adina Decker, way to go, Adina. I love it. 13 apps for $7,605.36. Let's go to our top submitteds from last week. Top 5 submitted last week. Got David Helgeson submitting 10 apps for $11,102.41. You got Adam Burge submitting $15,668 in premium. You got Jeremico Edwards submitting $17,887 last week. You got Rachel Hernandez submitting $29,526.78. Number one last week, Marty Uwe Pelikanen, $66,038.20 submitted last week. Way to go, Marty. Top 5 paychecks from last week. Mark Hutchison deposited $5,303.73. Mike Guerra deposited $11,373.83. Marty Uwe Pelikanen depositing $11,661.45. Nick Greco depositing $14,969.60. Number one paycheck last week. Adam Burrs deposited last week alone. 3 paydays: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Deposited, not issue paid premium, not submitted premium. Deposited $16,678.44 last week alone. And I know he's got some massive paydays coming with the annuities he's been submitting. Way to go, Adam Burrs. And again, my commercial for estate planning. If you're not doing estate planning, why not? Like I said, if you get me a doctor's note that says you are in fact allergic to large sums being deposited in your account, I will let up. I will say you're good. I'll just keep bothering everybody else about it. I'm just telling you. You look at some of the paychecks Adam has had, $100,000 pay months. I just like, why would you not do estate planning? All right. Completed fast tracks for the week last week. All right, we got Avel, we got Matt, Chelsea, with 2 completed fast tracks, Daniel and Don. Don's part of that team coming on in California, meeting with those guys at 3 p.m. today. Super excited to do that. Colin Walsh coming out of Nashville, Tennessee. People say, why all of a sudden add Nashville, Tennessee to your travel? Because of Colin. 3 completed fast tracks last week, direct to him. Way to go, brother. Davies Base Shop completed 4. Look at contracting. Cleo, way to go. Cleo got a contract. Mike Guerra got a new contract last week. Cisco got a new contract. At the base shop, we put in 4 direct. And look at Colin leading the way in contracting last week, 6 directs. And I'm telling you, the flow is just getting started for him. The flow is just getting started for him. You are going to see that name a ton. I was just on the phone with him yesterday, making big plans. I'm telling you, it's exciting. I cannot wait to get to Nashville. All right. And then next slide.
I was just gonna add in there, Avell, Chelsea, Daniel, Don, and Cullen. Those are all in depth too here at the base shop. So they're all that's like downline, downline, downline.
The base shop's getting depth. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh man, that is exciting. All right, I am going to be getting my December lined out. We've had some things that I needed to get cleared up before I scheduled much travel for December. So that will be coming out. Right now, the dates I have scheduled are for next Monday, next Tuesday, next Monday. I am fired up to be in Stamford, Connecticut. Mimi will be there with me. They had, and Mimi, you can correct me when if I'm wrong when you come on, but I believe you guys had 54 people at the last meeting there. I mean, that is exciting, crazy growth going on. So that is beautiful. Why Stanford, Connecticut on your travel calendar? That's where the growth is. That's where the growth is. All right, Nashville, Tennessee. That is going to be a standard part of my schedule for the next little bit here. So crazy, exciting stuff going on all over the organization. Next slide. Top 5 year-to-date producers. You got Kath making big moves, Hutch, Jeremico, David Helgeson, Adam Burge leading the way, hammered down. I love it, brother. I love it. Look at those numbers, fired up. You guys are killing it. Leaders, let's see. Is that we okay? We're all right, cool. So here's why I want to get Mimi on. I like being around people that are making things happen. I'm always confused when people are not growing, but they have a ton of ideas, right? And they want to tell everybody their ideas. I think this, I think that. Or what's worse is when someone's talking to someone that's not growing and they're like, well, I think I'm going to do that because they said do that. That's all useless information. Where is the real growth? Where's the growth happening? You see the crazy growth in our base shop with contracts. I think we're currently coming up on number 3 in the alliance. Mimi had a massive breakthrough month, hit vice president with the company. And here's what you don't see. What you don't see is not the last meeting in Connecticut, but the one before that we did. Crazy delays, ends up taking a red eye to be there at the meeting with me and that crew. And you would not have known she just got off a red eye. And it's some like there's a certain maturity you have to have as a leader, right? If you come into a meeting like that and you're like, oh, I'm finally here, I can't believe everything that happened. No, be a leader, right? That's what Mimi did. Or even worse, Mimi would have been delays. I guess you'll just have to do this meeting without me, right? Right. But you came in on fire, ready to go, trained hard all day with them. That's the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, right? That's the stuff you don't see. It's funny, Mimi and I were talking about, when people don't see stuff and they're like, well, why didn't this happen? It's like, you don't know all the background stuff going on, bro. So I know you've been working hard with your people. It's been exciting to help where I can in the stand. Sorry, hang on. I got too excited.
Don't choke.
It's been exciting to be out there in Stamford, Connecticut with you, and then of course seeing those people then come to National Boot Camp. And I know you're going to bring an army of those people to AtCon. So exciting seeing what's going on with Kath. Kath just popping up into the top 5 year to date now. So many exciting things going on. So talk to us for a little bit. Me and you will go back and forth. Chan, if you want to leave both of us on the screen. I don't know how this looks on YouTube. I don't know how it looks on my screen in front of me.
It looks just like this, so you're good.
It looks just like I'm seeing it. Okay, beauty. This is how I want to leave it. So Mimi, talk to us. Like what like if you had to give them like, here's 5 things that we've been doing, here's 6 things we've been doing, let's talk about some of those things, because the growth is real. The numbers are there. You have passed people. You're going to continue to pass people with the momentum you've got. You're putting in the miles, you're doing all the right things. So talk to us for a little bit. I'm going to bounce back and forth with you. Okay. And yeah, share some of that good stuff that's going on. And if you're out there and you're going like, I had 0 recruits last month, okay, let's fix that moving forward, right? Or I've been flatline. Okay, let's fix that moving forward. That's the point in the stuff she's saying. Like, I want to just, I just want to keep throwing praise her way for all the hard work that she's doing and the growth that's happening. But
Mhm.
let's take tactical things from it and go, okay, that is working for her. It's not conjecture, right? It's not,
Mhm.
I think, okay, I care what Mimi thinks. Does that make sense? Because the numbers are there. So
Right.
let's talk about it. Talk to us. Give us some of the first things that like you say, hey, this is what we were doing 90 days ago. This is what we've been doing for 30 days, stuff like that.
Well, thank you, Stephen, for having me in. Hey, Davies Nation, let's do it. I'm excited. I am really excited. Into answer your question earlier about the last meeting, we had 50 plus people in that meeting. It was fun, Stephen. Um, it was fun seeing everybody. We had a few people that were not Haitian, but most of them were Haitian. What I like the most, and that's what I've been talking to my people about, Stephen, it's like, okay, we can't have Stephen flying. We can't have Gina. We can't have Andy flying on his private jet without us growing. It's not just number of people getting into the womb. We need to move to the next stage. How many of these people are licensed? We need to get them in class, not just fast track them, get them in class. When they get in class, we need to get them past that licensing class and
Yeah.
then get them contracting and then getting. So I'm very detailed about this whole data thing. Like I'm becoming, I don't know what animal I will be on this, but I am that animal because I don't know all of them, Stephen. But I am really laser focused on what my team is doing. I look at each legs of mine and then see, okay, like I was chatting with Cleo and all her people this weekend. Cleo has 18 people right now on her team. That's back
Wow.
2 months ago. We started going crazy like that.
Mhm.
She has 18 people and none of them are licensed. Three of them we already killed. They're not gonna do anything. We know that. So I killed them fast too, Stephen. I love them, but I'll kill them. So that's the
Can, can,
truth.
can I call timeout?
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that everybody's catching what you're throwing down.
Okay.
So the first thing she talks about is responsibility,
Yep.
right? Like that, because I'm the same exact way. Like Brian Adams is going to be likely at NatCon.
Mm-hmm.
My responsibility is to fill that room,
Mm-hmm.
right? When Andy's going to be somewhere, same thing, fill that room. It's one of those things that people go, well, I'm all in. It's like, okay, all in can be measured in numbers. Does
Right.
that make sense? Like
Mm-hmm.
there is a responsibility to like can't post a zero, can't post a
Yeah.
zero, right? Can't have a top leader come in. Gina's going to be there with us at Stanford, Connecticut, right? You know
Right.
how much she does for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot have her come in and just be like, well, it just it's the Mondays in this area. They just it's the traffic, it's the it's Mercury's in retrograde. I see, I didn't know that, and that has affected the attendance to the meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a leader's responsibility,
Right.
and that's what you're doing out there. So I want to make sure we got that clear. Here's the other thing: look for what you have,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you say, well, I'm not growing fast. And you know why? I'm not Haitian.
Oh,
If
that
I
ain't
was
that.
Haitian and I had a
Mm-mm.
Haitian connection, if
Uh-uh.
only I was, my parents messed this up big time. They made
Mm.
me and they didn't make me Haitian, right?
Really?
Look, look for what group you can tap into. Does that
That's
make
it.
sense? Mimi looked for a group that she can tap into, and it is exploding. And then the other thing, real quick, that I want to make sure you took away that she said, they're putting people into licensing and they're tracking it. We
Mm-hmm.
have that study group, I believe, on Fridays that Brandy
Mm-hmm.
does. Feel free to put
Okay.
people in that study group to help get people through licensing. The
Yep.
victory isn't the victory until we win. Does that
That's
make
right.
sense? Like if
Yeah.
you just fast track people, awesome.
Mm-mm.
But we got to get them licensed. If they're
That's right.
licensed, we got to get them contracted. Once they're contracted, we got to get them selling.
Yep.
Like we have all kinds of flows and funnels in our office doing that same stuff. It's so funny. Like we didn't talk about that ahead of time, but that's exactly what. Like if you come to our office, you will see the funnels and the flows because we are keeping track of people. And Cleo, I'm so proud of your growth. So proud of your growth. And
Mm-hmm.
did
She
you
hit
hear what?
agency manager last month.
Oh, no,
And
I'm
this
so
month we're
excited.
shooting for district manager.
Let's
We're into
go.
an agency manager. So by the time January comes, Cleo gets on stage, she's gonna get her wing for district manager. That's what we're doing.
I
So,
love it. I love it. I
so
love
what?
it. And
Go ahead.
can point one last thing. I'll make sure they heard. Correct me if I'm wrong. You said 60 days ago she started on the growth, and that
Yeah.
we've gone to 18 since then. So
Yeah.
here's to me, that's what's so inspiring. If you're like, I put up a 0 last month in recruiting, okay, we can't go back in time,
Right.
but you can do what Cleo did.
Yep.
And have 18 people on your team
Yep.
within the next 60 days. So
right.
Back to you. I'm sorry. It was just exciting stuff. And I was like, I hope they hear this. I hope they're hearing this.
Yeah, no, thank you for the translation. But yeah, so what I do, Stephen, is that I pay attention to my team. And I remember years ago on a call, Andy said it a long time ago when I started. He said, when we are in the home, we don't build the why for our clients because we so insecure about our own selves. We want to be loved so much, we don't tell them the truth. It's the same thing with agents. If you love them, so you love yourself, not them. Your little self wants to be loved so much where you can't find the best, nicest way to tell them the truth about what they're doing wrong, then you're not worth being a leader. Cleo will tell you, Cleo and I, we go like this. But at the end of the day, we love each other, we care, and she knows. And she would tell me, Mimi, that's too much wood. Stop one moment. I said, okay, Cleo, let me explain it in a simpler way. Like she's trying to do agency manager. I said, Cleo, if you do this much, you will get to district manager. And by the way, if you just add a little 25,000 extra, you might just get to a higher commission level. She's like, too many goals. I say, just add a few children apps onto your production because she has a big annuity coming for 35,000 in AP, 350,000. I said, if you add some children policy into that, that'll give you the account where you can move up to a higher commission level. She didn't see it at first, but then I explained. She's like, oh, now I get it. She's excited. District manager and then higher commission level. Who doesn't like that? People do, but you have to care enough and then have that relationship with your people to be able to tell them. But if you're not paying attention to your business too, you can't do that. So you have to. So what do I do? I've been recruiting, and I think I've shared that in the Monday message before. I do group recruiting, I do individual recruiting. So we were doing it 2 days a week. I do it 3 days a week now, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do it not just for me, I do it for the whole team. Everybody in my team send people. Like just right now, I'm so excited about this lady. Kat has a lady that she was talking to. Like that lady came to a seminar with her mom or grandmother, something like that. And then Kat talked to her, and then she's interested in it. And Kat sent her to me, and I just closed it for Kat. So now the lady's getting in class. She's fast tracking. I just sent her the email. She's educated, master's degree in administration, had a degree with Miami University, like high level people. And I'm like so excited because she loves what Kath is doing, and Kath is good at teaching. She teaches that lady how to do estate planning, so she can make more money on top of what she's making. Talking about making money, like she has almost $14,000 paycheck coming on Wednesday. And she hasn't been with us for 2 years.
Kath, I'm so fired up for you. You're talking like 2 days from now.
Yeah, this coming Wednesday.
Oh, Kath, I'm so fired up for you. That is awesome.
And can you imagine Kath with legs, people that she's teaching doing estate planning as well?
Yep.
That will be killing it. I don't know how many level. So going back to what I was saying with you have to pay attention to your business. You have to put in the work. And like you said, Stephen, I don't even know how many months ago I started doing that, the whole recruiting for the whole team and stuff like that. I tell them, find them, send them to that meeting, and I'll show the plan. And then I coach them. Like, it's like what you guys always said. If you have a brand new baby, a 1-year-old, you cannot let a 1-year-old babysit your newborn.
Right.
So Somebody's new in the business, you're going to tell them to get depth. You have, as a leader, be able to take charge and say, hey, I'm going to help train that person. So that's what we've been doing. And guys, not having the fun to hire recruiter here and there and all that, it's not an excuse.
Say that one more time.
Yeah, not having $5,000-$10,000 to hire recruiters or to put all these ads is not an excuse why you can't grow your business. God bless you with a mouth. You're not mute. You can talk. Just talk.
Yep.
That's
Grow
one
how
thing I
you
learned.
have to grow until you can grow to where you want to grow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's easy to look at, like, well, Andy's got a team of recruiters, right? We've got recruiters in the base shop. They say, well, when I can do that, then
No.
but what they don't see is that, I was doing all the
Yep.
I was doing all of that and until we grow to a scale that we can do that. And that's what you have done over this time.
That's right.
So I love that. Don't say I'm going to grow when.
No. What if that never come?
It ain't going to come, right? Unless you just, I don't know, happen upon an extra $20,000 somewhere. Like, I mean, I'm just telling you. I had to do it the same way. Mike and Noel, I'm told you I do it the same way, right? That's why I know what you're doing is sustainable and it works.
It does.
Obviously, it works as the numbers are there, but you've been doing that, and everybody sees this and they think it's like every overnight success, right? Every overnight success takes forever and then all at once.
I like
going.
it.
That was some good stuff.
Yeah, I was on a call with Jeff Bright last weekend, and then there was a lady. She's not in our team. She said, I want my test to be like Mimi because I want to be like her. I was like, I don't know if you want that. That woman is crazy up in the head. So, yeah. But people don't really know, like you said, they don't know the struggle. They don't know the frustration. You see the ones in my team that are doing something, but you don't know how many I had to put in and that are not doing anything.
Yeah. But you only need a few people to step up to the plate.
That's it. That's it. And the consistency too, Stephen. I think that's the part people don't get. And I'm guilty. Because like I tell people, I try to clarify for people, I've been here for 10 years, but recruiting and building was not the focus for the whole 9 years I've been here. Because I had things going on. My focus was sustaining. I believe in the business. I stayed focused. I did the best that Mimi could with what she was dealing with. Right? I was selling. I get the trips. I take care of my family, give them the light. I was winning at the level based on where I was. Right? I knew I wasn't winning to the alliance level. But I always knew that time is coming. And it's right now. Right? Yeah. Because it takes responsibility. You can't just bring people and then not caring for them or not guiding them. And like you guys says, go to grow. You have to go, right? And that's what I've been doing. So now it's my time to focus on the growth. And if you're recruiting this month and next month you're not recruiting, next week you don't do anything, you're not gonna see it because you need that consistency. You're gonna get depressed.
Yeah.
It's like going in the home, you only have 2 appointments or 3 appointments, and then one no-show, one got to think about it, and then the other one didn't have the money. You're like, oh, these leads don't work.
And I want to tie back into something you said before. See, because you've been putting in the work and have a lot of people to work with, you're not scared to be honest with them, right? Like if you're only putting in bare minimums and I got 1 recruit this month, I got no recruits last month. I had 2 recruits the month before that. You're gonna coddle those people and be afraid to tell them the truth.
That's right.
Right, because these are the only people I got. These are the only people I got.
Them.
Right. Now be clear. When Mimi says tell them the truth, she's nice but clear, right?
That's right.
Because people tell me that too. Like they blow people out all the time with just barking at them, talking down to them, ticking them off, whatever. It's like that's not. Don't confuse being a jerk with leadership. Right? But if you've got the people and you continue to bring new people, you won't be scared. That's why she's I want to connect those dots, because those dots absolutely connect. The reason she's so clear with her new recruits is she's got a bunch of them. So if clarity and the truth scares them away from the business, hey,
You're not gonna do
I'd rather find out
anything.
now. I'd rather find out now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Plus, then I put in a bunch of time and find out. Then they accidentally find out the truth. And then they quit. And you're like, you made this sound like it's going to be easy. I used to have a guy all the
Yeah.
time, man. He would recruit people and he could never keep anybody because he wouldn't. He would make it sound so easy, and it's like, this business ain't easy. Ain't nothing worth doing easy, right? You want something worth having, it's gonna be a fight, right? So,
Yeah.
anyways, I keep going, but that those things definitely connect. Like, I'm a better coach when I got more people to work with.
That's the truth. Because you're not scared.
Yeah.
You're not scared. And then also when you, I feel like when they know you care, Steven. Like, I know you care. Like, some people, for example, you nice. Andy Straight is a bigger straight shooter than you are. And then if you a little scary cat, you might cry because he would tell you. So, but if I know where his heart is, even if he like scream at me, I was like, when I was going on the jet with him, me and Robbie, we were talking. Robbie said, Mimi, if the trip went well, it's gonna be thanks to you. If it goes bad too, it's gonna be
no pressure.
No pressure. I said, say a prayer for me. So, because I was one of the few people on the jet with him building a team. I know he's gonna focus just on me to do this, but I had to be ready. And he told them, when he get hard on me, some of these people were like, come on now, leave me alone. And he said, if she wasn't able to handle what I'm teaching her, she wouldn't be on my jet. And I did not take offense on that. Don't be easily offended if you want to grow. Because if you get offended, you're not going to get the truth. You're not going to get the true coaching. I didn't get offended. When I needed a little more TLC, I said, Andy, can you like me less a little bit?
Can I call timeout? I gotta catch my breath.
Can I breathe? He laughed. But that's why I got on that jet to learn and grow. But if you're too sensitive, where whoever's coaching you can't coach you because they're working on tippy toes because they don't know what you're gonna get offended about, then might as well stay on your feeling. It's what you guys say all the time. Do you want to be right or do you want to be rich?
Yep.
I want the second one. So you have to give your coach the ability to coach you properly. That's one thing. And then when I have my new people, Stephen, honestly, I start with that. I started doing that. I said, hey, do you want to be successful? Yeah. Okay. So there are things that successful people do. So if you want to be successful, these are the things that successful people do. They leave choices. They read books, they go to convention, they have a calendar, they have accountability partners, they're persistent, they don't start and not finish, they're finishers. These are some of the few things successful people do. So if you want to be successful, let's do it. You committed to success, I'm committed with you, because all these things I'm telling you to do, I'm doing them too. So it's easier when you put it out there for people. So when they slack off, you can go back, hey, remember that conversation that we had?
Yeah.
That's
and it's so funny too, because like when people's numbers dip, it's not because of all the reasons they think their numbers dipped. It's because of basics like that.
Mm-hmm.
They let up reading. They hadn't been reading. They let up on putting in the activity that it takes.
Mm-hmm.
They were at the event, but they weren't in the event. You know, it's like but they'll have all these other reasons why their numbers have dipped. But it's those basics like that. And if you put what she's doing, guys, is she's setting herself up to be able to recall to the basics when she's talking to her new people. So that way it's not like, hey, are you reading? Well, I don't know, right? You're setting the platform for something to call back because you're going to need to call back to it. I mean, inevitably it's going to happen, right? They're going to start getting results. They're going to let up on reading. They're going to start getting, maybe they start getting some praise, and now the event's not really, they're not trying to feed themselves, you know what I'm saying, at the event. So you're going to need to call back to it, because guess what? Mimi has to call back to that herself. Now, I have to call back to that myself and go, oh crap, I did let up on that. I got to get more. I got to go back to that. So setting that table, you're setting them up for success. Keep going, Mimi.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm doing with everybody, Steven. And go back to that basic that you're saying, connect them. What I realize is if people are not connected to the fire, it's easier to get cold. So that's why I send everybody reminders about the Monday message. I create a whole sheet. You on my team chat, you will see I have a whole sheet with all the links. I know the Alliance send them. I know you guys send it on Discord and everything, but I have one sheet where I have all the calls throughout the whole week. I send it to every new person, and then I send the reminders to everybody. I put it on the group chat and I send them reminders, because if they're in Tennessee, I'm in California, how am I going to feed them like that? I don't have the power to do that. But if they connect to the Monday message, they connect to the TWC, all these activity, they can hear a Mia Fennel, they hear a Terrier, or they hear Jake and Voret and all these people. I don't know which one's going to talk to my agent and help them. So I'm not overly protective of my agents.
Yeah. Yeah. And Mimi, I mean, you've seen it before, you know, where people want to mother hen their people, and it just, you're limiting their growth. You know, because I promise you, I have said stuff that has helped Mimi, but I promise you, Terry Edwards has had stuff that helped Mimi that I wouldn't have said, or I wouldn't that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's when you're getting your people around that many, they're going to catch stuff. And you know, it's like Andy Riddle talks about that all the time, how many things, you know, the people come back to him and be like, oh man, man, the way they said that. And it's like, I've been saying that for years, right? But who cares, right? He's like, I don't care where they get it. I just want
they get it, right?
Win. Yeah, absolutely. I'm busy. By the way, I'm busy. You see how much? Like, so if I'm going to be the one that has to tell them every single thing, it's going to take forever, right?
But not going to win at the big level.
And by the way, thank you for your leadership on the national calls that you've been doing as well. It's been awesome to see you come into that spotlight, because I know how hard you've been working behind the scenes.
Thank you. I'm on the TWC with Jake and Voret and the activity call
this week.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I know they're going to be good calls then.
Yeah.
they're going to be passionate. They're going to be fired up. Can you talk to us for just a little bit? I know you guys are big on the 3-foot rule. You know, obviously that's how we have Cleo. But can you talk to them just a little bit about that? Because it's like, we treat the business like this. It'd be like saying, well, I'm not going to go to the gym until I can bench press 300 pounds. Then I'll go to the gym. Right? In other words, you're never going to be able to press 300 pounds until you can bench press 45 pounds, right? Can you at least do the bar? Okay. Now we do the bar. Can we throw some 5s on the end? Now that we're doing that, can we change those 5s out for 10s? Now that we're doing that, that's how you build this business. So 3-foot rule is massive, because you're finding people that are too busy working to be looking and aren't answering an ad about selling insurance anyway.
Yep. That's the truth. So like you say, Cleo was found by Andy through the 3-foot rule. When I was with him, we really maximized every second. I talked to the limo drivers, the people at the I don't know how you call them, those millionaire club when you park the jet, and
the FBOs.
Yeah, whatever you call them, Steve. I talk to all these people because I know Eddie's watching Mimi, what did you do? He got me so I'm like, I better tell the man that I'm working. So he wake up in the morning. Mimi, what are you doing? I don't want you to eat in your room. I need you downstairs either to go exercise or to go eat so you can meet some people to talk. You got to create the exposure. You got to give yourself that opportunity to be around people. And then when you're around them, just scan. Who do you feel like you can talk to? And it could be something simple. Like I posted on the agency manager chat, that one girl, she saw my sandals, she likes them. She was my server for breakfast. And then when I came back, it's funny with that story, Stephen. For breakfast, I did not necessarily like her because my cup smell. I'm like, no, I don't like that.
Your what smell?
The cup, it has a smell to it. The
Oh,
cup
like the glass that was on the table?
Yeah. It smelled. I didn't like that. I was like, I'm not gonna talk to her. So when I came back for lunch with Andy, and then she's like, there goes, I was nice enough. I wasn't mean to her or anything. I just was like, I'll find another one. But when I came back with Andy for lunch, she's like, there goes those sandals again. And then Andy just give me that little nudge. And I went back, talked to her. It's simple. People give you a compliment, you just respond to it. Oh, thank you. I like them too. Let's take a picture of these sandals. And then we took a picture of my sandals and we post them. And we were goofy enough. And then I give her my phone. Like Andy always says, you go on that space where they can type your number, their numbers. And I say, put your number there. And then she put her phone number. And I text her the picture. And then we've been talking. She hasn't fast track or anything like that, but we having a conversation. I find out a lot about her. She finds out a lot about me. And then the same thing, I actually have a lady who's actually already contracted with us. She was an Uber driver when I was going to North Carolina to meet with Andy. And I said, oh my God, you smell so good. Because she smelled good and she looked good. Mimi, isn't that weird? You're a woman giving another woman. I'm comfortable in my sexuality, so I don't have that issue. You look good, you look good. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. I'll tell you. So I did. And I said, "Are you going to party?" Simple, Stephen. Very simple. Give people a compliment. There's no human being who don't like a compliment. You bring that guard down if you give them a compliment. That's my approach. And then I give her a compliment, and then she start talking, and she's like, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Haiti," and yada yada. And then, long story short, find out she's licensed. She got a license, and I feel I told myself, if you don't record this girl, you're gonna be dumb. Sorry for the curse word, because she gave me so many pointers, Stephen. She said, I don't like working for people. I like working for myself, and I don't necessarily like Uber, but it's a way to pay my bills. I was like, oh, she gave me everything, all the signals. And then finally I said, hey, do you have, you said, it seems like you already have your, you're already open for new opportunities. Are you truly open? Do you take your business opportunities open? She's like, yeah, what do you have? I mean, what do you do? And then I told her, I'm in financial services and this and that. She's like what? Like insurance? I said, yeah. She's like, I'm licensed. Can you believe that? And I have another guy.
It is shocking how many people have a license out there. You know?
Many people have one.
Yeah.
My Uber driver, I just talked to him, and he's from Afghanistan. And then I'm talking to him. I said, oh my God, we have an international movement. We have people from India, and all over the place and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, really? What do you do? And I start telling him, I'll look for a reason why. Like, you're a foreigner, I'm a foreigner, I'm going to connect with you at that. You're not a foreigner, but you're an entrepreneur, I'm going to connect with you. You have more similarity with people than you think. Don't look for what makes you different. Look for the commonality with people. It doesn't matter if you're Haitian or not. There was a point I thought, oh, well, maybe if I was American, I'll have a bigger team because I'll have more people in America that I can reach out to. You know what I mean? So you're always going to have a reason why you feel you are at a disadvantage. You just have to get out of it.
Yep.
Right. So Connecticut was always there. I tell people Connecticut was there because Janet has been with me for a good minute, but she was doing her own thing, selling Medicare, selling some final expense here and there. But now she's she has more fire. Finally, I got them to let us come do a meeting. And then that's the first meeting you and I did, Stephen. And then slowly we do another one. It took a few to
Yeah.
get that fire going. And now I'm like, oh my God, they're going so fast.
Yeah. And so that's a whole other, guys, that's a whole other leg for her. Not Cleo, not Kath. This is a whole other organization. So the, wide and deep, right? It's
Yep.
it's happening.
It's crazy. Like it's almost like sometimes, like, to support what you said earlier, Stephen, about Andy Riddle saying the same thing and then the agent hear it somewhere else and it clicked. But I truly believe with the brain, you have to hear it multiple times, the same message multiple times by different people. And then at the time when it clicks, that's not when it truly clicked. It's been clicking, but it didn't occur to you that it clicked. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's the same thing. Like, these people needed to hear, oh, I can build my business, I can get free, and they need to hear from me multiple times, from Andy, from the cause, and everybody. Now it's like that. They're finding people who already licensed, who already have legs, and I'm like, oh my God, where do I sell my own insurance? So I have a good problem right now.
Yep, that's a great problem.
Mhm.
Most people are solving problems of lack. You're solving a problem of abundance, right? And so, guys, I'm telling you, a ton of hard work went into
Yep.
what you see as an explosion. What she's doing is the fundamentals, and just pouring it on, man, pouring it on. As you can tell, helping people get going, keeping track of stuff, and that 3-foot rule. I mean, anybody can do that. Anybody can go agency manager before national convention, or maybe if your organization shrank, you need to requalify. Anybody can do that in the time that we've got. It's going to take fire, though. It's going to take a lot, right? It's kind of like anytime you're behind, you're going to have to make up for that, the effort gap from before, but you can get caught back up and move to the next level. So fired up, hit vice president for the first time. But here's the cool thing. She's not going, I'm vice president.
Oh, hell
She's
no.
going, nope, I'm running that down next.
Yeah.
That's what I love. So
EVP this month and solidified in December. That's what we're doing. Beginning next year, I had to hit junior board member.
Well, you keep putting in that width, you keep putting in that work. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of which month it happens.
That's why I was talking to Andy at the end of the trip, Stephen. He told me something that simplify everything. That's what I like. That, guys, don't make it complicated. Keep it simple. It's not easy, it's simple. He said, Mimi, I don't care if you get EVP this month or not, but this is what I care. Add one more good leg.
That's so good, right? Because we can get lost in the enormity of what we're trying to get done. Add one more leg. Because here's the thing,
more.
And he taught me this a long time ago. You're always one recruit away from an explosion. You're always one recruit away from an explosion. And so don't forget that. Add one more good leg this month. I love it. That is beautiful, clear, simple. Because we get caught up in that other stuff.
Yeah.
But if you add one more good leg every month,
you get to your levels, right?
Yeah, you will be an integrity partner. I mean, that's all that it is. That's all that it is. That's all that it is.
One more leg. I was like, wow.
Well, thanks for sharing all that good stuff. Thanks for sharing your energy. Thanks for your leadership. I know you're doing the TWC and the activity call. Again, this week, you've been doing a lot of those. That's awesome, sharing all your good stuff. Appreciate your leadership, appreciate your example. And I'm fired up to be in Connecticut with you on Monday, next Monday. Next Monday, we will be 4 hours, 5 hours away from the meeting starting. Yeah. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what's happening.
It's a lot of good stuff. You're gonna have a lot more licensed agent at that meeting, a lot of fired up people. I had some from that Connecticut crew who went to see James Coleman on Saturday for the boot camp. They drove from Connecticut to New Jersey for that boot camp. That's when you know they're in. That's
Yeah.
a nice little drive.
Heck yeah, and especially for and not to make a joke of it, but Northeasterners aren't big on those long drives, So
Yeah.
that drive is that's and trap. I mean, that's now they're in. I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
know they're in.
So
Hmm.
here's what I'm thinking, guys. If I'm you, let your brain work. Who do you know that is in that Northeast area? Get them to that meeting in Stamford, Connecticut, or who do you know that knows somebody there? Or who do you know that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody there? Get creative. That meeting is going to be absolutely on fire. Nashville's going to be on fire. I'm going to have my, which you and I need to get together on another date for Stanford.
Okay.
And then we'll do something on the West Coast as well. That other leg that you see coming on, Don and that crew, they're all in California as well. So it's exciting stuff all over the country. I can't wait to
That's
play in my
right.
December.
Yep.
Can't wait to play in my January. But
Hmm.
awesome. Thank you so much, Mimi. I appreciate your
Thank you
help.
for
I
having
appreciate you
me.
sharing, guys. Calls like this are so exciting to me because what Holly and I want 2026 to be the best year in the history of your family. We want you to have a bigger organization than you can possibly imagine. We want you to have the freedom that comes from having a large organization. We want you to have the impact that comes from having a large organization. So I love calls like this. But guys, we love you. Let's get out. Let's get after it. And we'll come back, reconvene next Monday on the Monday message. See y'all.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.